Hello, Dr. Coker here, and this is a guide to Holminster Switch. This is the first dungeon encountered in the Shadowbringers expansion. Please like and subscribe. I'm releasing guides for every story dungeon and trial in the game, so you always know what's coming. Let's get started. The first boss is Forgiven Dissonance. She'll open with the Path of Light, which deals moderate damage to all players. Just heal through it. She typically follows this with a combo which begins with Brazen Bull. Orbs will spawn around the arena, and after a few seconds, cross-line AoEs will come from each of them, covering most of the floor. As you make your way to the safe region, she'll cast Thumbscrew, which puts a blue line AoE covering some of that region. Stand in the remaining safe area and wait out the casts. This will be followed by Wooden Horse, which involves a large cone AoE simultaneous with more line AoEs. Again, there is still a safe area you can remain in until the casts complete. Pillory is a simple tank buster, just use mitigation and healing as needed. From here on, you will see the same casts repeated, but the patterns will change. You will see that there is always some amount of area that is safe, and even when it's on the opposite end of the arena, there's enough time to get there. The second boss is Tesleen the Forgiven. She often opens with the Tickler, which is a simple tank buster. Use mitigation and healing as needed. With Scold's Bridle, she'll do moderate unavoidable damage to everyone, just heal through it. Fevered Flagellation is one where every player gets a number over their head, 1 through 4. Players should make sure they separate in a radial way, occupying different clock positions on a circle. Tesleen will zoom and hit all 4 players in order of their numbers, and if any 2 are close or form a line with another player, then unnecessary damage will be done. Exorcise is one that puts 4 AoE circles on the floor and a stack marker on 1 player. Players should stack but avoid the circles at the same time. Once this strikes, it will leave behind puddles that players need to avoid. The final boss is the Lightwarden, Philia. Philia usually opens with Scavenger's Daughter, which deals moderate unavoidable damage to the whole party, just heal through it. Then most likely Head Crusher, a simple tank buster. Use mitigation and healing as needed. Pendulum is one where the tank will have a flare marker, while at the same time there will be a proximity marker at the center of the floor. The flare marker just means get away from everyone else, so make sure all players are separate from the tank. At the same time, all players should be far from the center because of their proximity marker. Chain Down is one to pay attention to. 1 player will be marked and then bound with a chain. At the same time, a massive conal AoE will appear under that player. The other players will need to break the chained player free, even if they need to stand in the AoE. There will be enough time to break the chain and get out of the cone before it strikes. With Left Nout, the boss will raise its left arm, and all players need to get to the other side quickly. When this strikes, the entire floor on the side of the left arm will be struck, and players hit by this will take heavy damage and be stunned. This is always followed by Right Nout, which does the same thing on the other side. Taphophobia will put spread apart markers on all players. Just separate to avoid overlapping damage. Into the Light will put a line stack marker on 1 player. This works just like a normal stack marker where all players need to stack, except standing in a line behind the marked player works as well. Fierce Beating is one where you'll see some arrows in front of the boss and more arrows rotating around the boss. This means the boss is about to slam the space in front of it, followed by a tail swipe behind it, then rotate and repeat several times. You need to be at the boss's side the whole time and be prepared to keep up with the boss as it rotates to avoid massive hits. This happens many times. And that's it for Holminster Switch. Good luck, thanks for watching, and see you next time.